The final weeks of this movement will be weeks 9 through 12, and number one movement we're gonna do is deadlifts. Deadlifts, we've already talked about them. They're the best. Just do them whether conventional or sumo, just do them. Next movement, barbell Romanian deadlifts, just like with the dumbbell Romanian deadlifts, except you're holding a barbell, keep it close to your legs, come down and be sure to push out with your butt. Good mornings are the next exercise, followed by lunges. Lunges, I don't care if you're doing walking, I don't care if you're doing stationary. At the end of the day, you want to do 5 by 10 each leg, that's 20 total sets. If your knee comes slightly over your toe due to your structure, that's fine. But again, try to focus on contracting the glute and contracting the quad. Next up will be standing calf raises. You can do this standing on a weight. You can do this in the machine your gym has. Whatever it is, just do it, because that's, in my opinion, that's the most effective calf exercise there is. Next will be wood choppers, an explosive movement for the core that activates your obliques and your serratus quite efficiently. So be sure to do these at the end. It'll give you a hell of a workout and a hell of a pump. So, deadlifts, conventional versus sumo. For the sake of this program, I'm gonna recommend conventional, because the sumo is a lot like a squat and the muscles worked in here. Work a little more back, a little more hamstrings. So we're gonna do it like this. Now, to get your proper foot placement on this, something you can do in every leg movement, put your feet together, swoop them out, heels together, straight, out, straight. That should be around where you're gonna be. Now, as far as grip on conventional, I recommend something pretty simple. Just gonna let your arms fall to the side, drop it down, even it out, there you go. As for your back, you want it to be straight, retract your scapula, meaning pull your shoulder blades together. Look where your head goes. I don't want it going up, I don't want it going down. I want you to put, picture a spot, if you have to put something down there, that's fine. 10 feet in front of you on the floor. That will promote spinal neutrality. Again, we don't want to snap anything up, we want to be healthy. Deadlifts can be a rehabilitative movement, they don't have to be an injury-prone movement. So, get your stance. Before you come up, breathe in, hold your breath. Valsalva maneuver, it's called. Looks 10 feet. Remember that hip hinge? Pop your hips. Boom. One of the best things you can have for deadlifts are Versa grips. We sell these at tigerfitness.com, and they're a one-time investment. You know, you use them, they'll last for a few years. The Velcro, after a few years, will give out. Tell you what, I use this probably 4 times a week, and I've been using these for over 1.5 years, and they're still good to go. Now, the reason being is that your grip will give out before your back. When you get to your heavier sets and grip becomes an issue, rather than straps, and again, straps work, but they can rip, they can wear, and they're not as efficient and quick. Versa grips are comfortable, got the leather handle. All you do is you take it, wrap your hand underneath, cinch it in. Take it, and you're done. No trying to wrap the strap around, none of that stuff. But anyway, Versa grips, definite must have. You might be wondering why I'm not wearing shoes. Well, powerlifters are known to train in flat-soled shoes, or if they're doing squats, they train in squat shoes. For me, when I'm doing deadlifts, I want to be as close to the ground as possible. I'm also one of those old school naturalists, not that I'm running around barefoot or doing anything crazy barefoot, but like our feet are made to do stuff with. You know, you put that shoe on there, you're not really working the muscle of your feet, which your feet connect to the ground. First thing I wake up every morning is I get up and I roll a lacrosse ball across my feet to make sure they're ready for the day. So my whole thing is, when I'm deadlifting, not only do I want to be as close to the ground as possible, but I also just like the feeling of deadlifting without shoes. Now, I don't recommend wearing high tops like Jordans with the big thick soles. If you're gonna deadlift in any shoe, deadlift in a weightlift, in a wrestling shoe, something like that, or, of course, there's always Chuck Taylors. Romanian deadlifts. Now check it out. When you're doing a regular deadlift, you're bending your legs into it. Here, it's just like the progression we did with the dumbbell deadlift, except we're using a barbell. Simple, same as deadlift, same exact stance. Drop your arms down, Now you're gonna get your first rep, okay? Now again, focus on pushing your butt out and instead of bending at the waist. So you're gonna push your butt out, slight bend in the knees. The good morning. Think of it as a Romanian deadlift without holding the bar. Now, this is a move that's utilized a lot by powerlifters because in the bottom of the squat, sure, you're trying not to bend forward. However, it's a muscle group that is used heavily in the squat. The reason I like it, not only does it do great for your erectors and your lower back, however, it puts a lot of great extension on the hamstring. And the best way to build your hamstrings isn't necessarily curling, which is an open chain movement, but a nice full compound movement like this really puts great pressure on your hamstring. Now lunges. Lunges work everything from your quads to your glutes to your hamstrings. There's two ways you can do this. A stationary lunge where you step forward, step right back to where you started. But for the purpose of this, we're gonna do a walking lunge. I like the walking lunge because, well, you're walking, you're lunging. I feel it has a little more activation in the glutes. It's what we're going for here. A lot of gyms have a standing calf raise machine, but some don't. All you do is you put a 45-pound plate down, hop up in the squat rack, which should be by now your best friend. Get under the bar, pop it up, toes on the plate, just calf raise. I actually prefer this better because you're able to really work on your balance and utilizing all the muscles in your legs and your body to stabilize the lift. Cable wood choppers. Now, if you look at athletes, when you swing a baseball bat, you're leading with your hip, arms follow, hip, boom. Okay, so wood chopper, a lot of hip action, right? So you want to get out. All torso twist.